everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about a topic which is known as Erythroblastosis Foetalis. It is a condition which is observed in pregnant women whenever there is an incompatibility between the blood group of the expected mother and the fetus. It results to the destruction of the RBC. So, it is causing the destruction of fetal RBC because of the incompatibility between the mother and the fetus blood. Incompatibility between both of them, that is the expected mother and fetus. So why this thing is happening, we are going to learn about it. So as you all know that these are your RBCs. So on the surface of RBC, we have the presence of the antigen. So based upon the type of the blood group an individual is having, so it is having the presence of the antigen. So if mother is A positive, for an example, if she is A positive, so she will be bearing antigen A on its surface. If B positive, antigen B on its surface. If AB positive, antigen A and antigen B on its surface. This is one of the factor. Another thing is known as RH factor. So this is also a governing factor in this case, so which tells whether the person is positive or negative for the particular blood group. If there is a presence of this RH factor, the person is considered to be positive. If there is absence of this rhesus factor, then the person is considered to be negative for that particular blood group. So if a mother is A negative, means on the surface of RBC she is having antigen A, but there is complete lack of RH antigen. So this is basic idea or the basic principle that we see in this process. Let us take an example. Suppose this is the expected mother. She is bearing a healthy fetus. She is bearing the healthy fetus, and here somewhere we are having placenta. And let us just consider this is a growing fetus. And now in this case, if the fetus is RH positive for particular blood group and the mother is RH negative. So are you all getting? If suppose if mother is A negative and fetus is A positive, B positive or AB positive, any blood group is there. So what is happening? So this is the placenta, major connecting link or the barrier between your mother and the fetal cells. So what happens during the first pregnancy, fetus is positive and mother is negative for this case. Now what happens during the first pregnancy? So let us take the case of first pregnancy. So during this delivery of this fetus, there is no harm or very less harm seen to the mother's body because this placenta is acting like a barrier. So due to which there is a complete absence, or you can say there is no way where the intermixing of the blood cell can happen in the first delivery. But what happened when the fetus is getting delivered? So when the fetus is getting delivered, during this time what happened? Through the placental route or during the delivery process, this RH positive blood of fetus comes in contact with the mother's blood, which is RH negative. So now what will happen? So there should be the compatibility between the fetus and the mother, right? So what happens? This because of the mixing up of this RH positive blood from fetus to the mother's RH negative blood, in mother's body there will be the production of antibodies because some foreign agents are coming, right? Which is nothing but the RH positive which is coming from fetus. So now the antibodies are prepared in the mother's blood against the A positive blood group. Okay. So now suppose this is the mother's body. Now the next case arises during second pregnancy. Now if the mother is again RH negative, but now she is having antibodies against RH positive. So just in case, if again in the second pregnancy her fetus is having blood group which is RH positive We are taking an example of A blood group, so I am just mentioning A blood group only. During the transportation of the material or the exchange of the nutrients from the mother's to fetus body, there will be these antibodies, these Rh antibodies. What are they going to do? They are going to cross the barrier. This antibody from mother cross the barrier and reaches the fetus. They are going to reach fetus. Now students, what is a blood group of fetus? It is A positive. What is coming from mother is Rh antibody. Now what is going to happen over here? Now this antibody is against this blood group. So there will be the reaction antigen plus antibody reaction in fetal RBCs. In fetal RBC, which causes the destruction of RBCs, fetus RBCs, isn't it? So this is what is happening over here. So now since the RBCs of fetus are getting destroyed, so this leads to a condition which is known as Erythroblastosis Foetalis. Now look at the name, erythrocytes blastocyst foetalis. The damage of the fetal erythrocyte is nothing but the erythroblastosis foetalis. This condition also leads to anemia in the fetus, or when the fetus is getting delivered. Now it is called as a baby. So you can see the anemic condition in the fetus, the jaundice, also HDN, which is nothing but hemolytic disease of newborn. Hemolytic disease of newborn. So these are the various factors or the various symptoms you can see in this condition, which is known as erythroblastosis foetalis, where the fetal cells are getting destructed by the mother's blood group if there is incompatibility between the mother's and fetus blood group. So in order to prevent this, so what happened during the first pregnancy only, means whenever the first child is getting delivered, so the mother within 72 hours, she is injected with Rogam. So these are type of antibodies. These are type of antibodies which will dilute the antibody produced in mother's body. In mother's body, during the first delivery, you have seen that there was a production of antibodies, right? So as soon as the child is getting delivered, the doctors advises to inject these Rogam, which is antibody. Suppose if these are antibodies, so these antibody, what are they going to do? They are going to neutralize the effect. So they are just going to bind with this Rh positive, which is these one which came from fetus, and they will just nullify its effect or dilute this effect, causing no harm in the second pregnancy. So this was all about a condition which is known as erythroblastosis foetalis. That's all for today's lecture. Thank you so much.